On this edition of Shelby This Week, fighting a blaze. How firefighters managed to control 2 house fires next door to one another. Stay alert. We'll tell you what Shelby Township intersection returns to the list of Metro Detroit's most dangerous. And more clerk controversy. Macomb County Clerk Karen Spranger is making headlines again, and what she did may surprise you. We have these stories and much more right now. Agents from Homeland Security found an arsenal of weapons, large amounts of drugs, and cash during a raid in Shelby Township last week. Nua Gochai has been charged with possession with intent to distribute controlled substances. Agents found 33 guns, about 5 pounds of marijuana, and more than $90,000 in cash during the raid of his home on Churco Court. His business in Detroit had 21 additional weapons, 334 grams of heroin, and almost 1,500 prescription narcotics. He has not yet been formally arraigned on charges. Embattled Macomb County Clerk Karen Spranger is back with another bizarre encounter this week. Take a look at this surveillance video. Here, you can see Spranger moving storage containers to the basement of the county building. Officials say the clerk wants to block the relocation of some of her staff and services. This comes as the county prepares to move the clerk's office to the old Talmer Bank building. The county executive's office says it's already put in more than $1.4 million in renovation costs. But Spranger is apparently not interested in the move. Sources say she told some employees she would hide some of these containers to block the move. Spranger did not return calls for comment. Firefighters from several departments responded to a call around 2:30 a.m. Monday to put out a blaze at the Pebble Creek Apartments near West Utica Road in Ryan and Shelby Township. Officials say the fire was started by a candle that fell onto a couch. 4 units were destroyed and 2 others sustained water damage. Luckily, nobody was injured in the blaze. Earlier this week, the Shelby Township Fire Department found themselves battling 2 house fires at the same time. This is video from the scene on the 11,000 block of Speedway Street. That's near Van Dyke and 21 Mile Road. Fire officials tell us a tree branch fell on a power line and blew a transformer, sending a surge into nearby homes. Firefighters say the stubborn blaze took hours to extinguish.
The fire went pretty well. It was kind of stubborn though because of the construction of the house, but it took us approximately an hour and a half to put this fire under control.
Firefighters say both families were able to get out safely. Thankfully, no one was badly hurt. We're told 2 firefighters suffered very minor injuries. One was cut by glass, the other suffered some injuries to his wrist. They are both expected to be okay. We later found out that this blaze started back up around 2 a.m. Saturday morning. DPW came to assist the fire department with a backhoe to get to the smoldering wreckage. 2 additional homes were damaged due to the electrical surge. 23 Mile and Shaner has made the list of one of the most dangerous intersections in Metro Detroit. New numbers from Michigan State Police ranked the most dangerous intersections by total crashes. 23 Mile and Shaner came out in 10th place. Police say there have been more than 70 crashes there over the last couple of months. At least 23 people have been injured at that intersection. Other dangerous areas in Macomb County include 15 Mile in Ryan in Sterling Heights and Hall Road in Romeo Plank in Macomb Township. Shelby Township Police say its traffic safety unit is stepping up patrols at 23 Mile and Shaner, especially during rush hour. The Macomb County Sheriff's Office is investigating a homicide scene in Macomb Township. This all happened overnight Saturday on the 22,000 block of Saskatoon Court. That's near Card and 22 Mile Road. Police say a 42-year-old woman is accused of shooting and killing her boyfriend. We're told the 35-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say the woman was taken into custody to be interviewed. Right now, police have not released the name of the woman or the boyfriend. It's also unclear if the shooting was in self-defense or in fact a murder. Business professionals from across Michigan were on hand as the Utica Community Schools Foundation for Educational Excellence held its Career Day luncheon. Our Stacy Sansatera tells us how students are able to interact with professionals to get a preview of life in business.
No, I do not want to run for president. I enjoy working with my city council and my mayor in the city of Utica.
Business and community leaders came out recently to make a difference in the lives of more than 2,000 UCS sixth graders.
The primary purpose of the event is to have students explore careers. They've been doing this now for several months with the help of their sixth grade teacher and their media center teacher.
And all that exploring led up to the career-focused luncheon, which has been sponsored by the UCS Foundation for Educational Excellence for 24 years.
They come and they share that knowledge with a local business person or community leader. That person in turn talks about their career pathway, the choices they made, and gives some advice. So it's the first time that perhaps the students have focused on a career. The foundation believes that it's not too young, even in sixth grade, to begin thinking about that career, and then they can make choices.
When I was in college, I was trying out different careers. So this is not like some of you guys already got your path set. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I tried criminal justice, I tried business law, accounting. I was like all over the place. And
this annual event is designed to introduce students to a variety of possibilities.
We are basically finding out like what types of career paths we can take, what our options are, and what we're able to do in life.
I'm hoping to learn more about to get control on what you want to do and continue in that direction, and to get a real hold on what we're going to do and like how to deal with it.
And with so many options come some big dreams.
I hope to be like an aerospace engineer and designing things for maybe Boeing or NASA.
I want to be a photographer and make YouTube videos.
I want to have a future in media communication. I've always been a fan of working with computers and like fixing problems with the computers, always helping out. And I'm just really fond of computers and how they work.
Andy Appleby, CEO and founder of General Sports and Entertainment, was the keynote speaker and shared some of his hopes and dreams on the path to success.
As a boy, I dreamed of becoming general manager of the Boston Red Sox.
And like Mr. Appleby, many others shared their thoughts and stories as well.
If I wasn't a school administrator, I would like to work full-time in some capacity with politics.
I was always pretty good at math. I was always into reading, so those were some of my favorites. Once you get into college, you are able to take a lot of classes that pertain more to what you want to do, to your major. So I had a lot of classes pertaining to construction that were hands-on, so those were some of my favorites in college.
The energy of the room spoke to the enthusiasm of so many sixth graders sharing their aspirations for the future. And there is no doubt that with this kind of support, the possibilities are endless. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
There is a new president at Oakland University. Former head of the University of Michigan Health System, Ora Peskovitz, beat out former Kelly Services CEO Carl Camden in a board vote last week. Peskovitz says she is excited to get started and show her ambition for students.
I am so inspired by what I've come to learn about Oakland University. It's such an amazing place with so many incredible people. And as I've come to gather my learnings about the institution, I've come to appreciate what is really a foundation of excellence.
Some board members were concerned with Peskovitz being a former CEO, saying she would run the university like a business, but she doesn't think being a CEO is a bad thing. She replaces George Hind, who has served as the university's president since 2014. A popular chain restaurant is now open in Shelby Township. Olga's Kitchen is bringing their popular sandwiches to the northwest corner of 23 Mile and Hayes.
Our family had the opportunity, and what I really call the privilege, of buying Olga's Kitchen in December of 2015. And when we were doing our research on the brand, we realized that there was not a Olga's Kitchen anywhere north of Hall Road. The closest Olga's Kitchen was on Garfield Road and 19 Mile Road on Clinton Township. And we looked at a map and said there is a huge void in the market for northern Macomb County for Olga's Kitchen.
And a special guest even made it out to the grand opening of this store and gave us a little history lesson as to how the restaurant came to form.
We got the idea when I was in Greece with my 3 children. They know, they were young though. and there was a sandwich there that they called souvlaki. That's all they wanted to eat. We were there for 2 months. They didn't want to eat anything else but that. And so that's when I start thinking this would be great back home. And I'm glad I stuck to my guns and didn't listen to anybody, and I'm glad.
Team Showstack, who owns the Olga's location, also owns the Mod Pizza location next door. Shelby Township is looking to crack down on door-to-door solicitation. The board just renewed an ordinance allowing residents to sign up for a no soliciting list. That means residents can add their address to a public record, telling solicitors they're not welcome to their front porch. Coming up next week on Shelby This Week, we'll tell you how you can add your address to the list. And we'll talk to residents about what they think of this no soliciting ordinance. If you or someone you know is in need of a new roof, Ridgecon Construction is bringing back its No Roof Left Behind contest.
People are struggling with being able to afford a roof, and it's something that we like to do is get involved with the community and help our neighbors out. So we got involved with this No Roof Left Behind program.
Finalists will be chosen and posted online for the public to vote. The winner will be chosen in July and be the recipient of a new roof and small party to celebrate. To nominate someone you know, head to roofingabovall.com/community, then click the No Roof Left Behind tab. Next on Shelby This Week, business closing. A national business is closing and it could affect a location in Utica. And getting fit. We return to Top Gun Fitness Facility to finish up our summer body training. Stay tuned.
Imagine the action and see nearly a century of Michigan aviation heritage at the Selfridge Military Air Museum. Enjoy a walk around the air park and bring your cameras for a most authentic military aviation history experience. We're open to the public April through October on weekends, Memorial Day, and Independence Day from 12 noon to 4:30 p.m. Group tours for adults and kids of all ages can be arranged, so call us today at 586-239-6768 or 586-239-5035.
An abnormal number of dead fish have been spotted in Lake St. Clair. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources says the fish appear to be suffering from a contagious blood virus. Most of the fish have been gizzard shad and have been spotted around boats and along beaches. Researchers looked into the bloody patches on the fish skin and have determined it to be a VHS virus. Scientists say a pathogen is causing their blood vessels to leak until they die. The last time a large number of dead fish have been reported in Metro Detroit was back in 2006. That's when more than 30 species were hit in the St. Clair River corridor. The Department of Natural Resources reminds people to avoid moving any live fish. You can also read all of Michigan's rules and regulations at michigan.gov/fishing. The Burgess Shadbush Nature Center is launching a paper recycling program. The center has set up a green and yellow recycling dumpster to collect any old papers, catalogs, or books. All paper products are also accepted except cardboard. The dumpster is located within Riverbends Park off of the Ryan Road entrance. That's near the Riverbends shooting range. The state's Michigan Recycling Grant Program is helping fund this initiative. The Nature Center says it's working on other recycling programs for later this year. The outdoor retailer Gander Mountain announced that all 126 stores nationwide would be closing due to total liquidation. Less than a week later, CEO Mark Lemanis took to Twitter to say that not all stores would be closing. He tweeted a handwritten list of stores that would be staying open that included Flint and Grand Rapids locations. The future of the Utica location has yet to be determined officially. However, the company says that Gander Mountain gift cards will only be accepted at all locations through May 18th. For weeks, Dan Meyers has been torturing his body at the gym to show the community that anyone can get in shape for the summer. Well, this week is no different, as he finds himself back at Top Gun Fitness Facility to keep working on perfecting the summer bod.
All right, so we're gonna have Dan go over just a regular standard deadlift, and there's a couple different ways that you can actually grip the bar. You can have a switch grip, which would be like this, or you can have just a regular overhanded grip. Talking to Dan, Dan says that the overhand grip feels a little more natural to him, so we'll go ahead and we'll go with that. But a couple key points. So when you step into this, we're just gonna have him stand about shoulder width. He's gonna go ahead and get the bar about mid-foot, and as he goes down, the biggest thing what we talk about constantly is keeping that neutral spine. So he's gonna go down, he's gonna drop with his legs, keep his head up, his chest up, okay? And he's gonna try to keep that bar as close to him as possible when he raises it up. And at the top of it, we're gonna go ahead and have him go ahead and extend the hip forward to get a glute contraction. So as he comes up, he's gonna squeeze, contract, and then control the bar on the way down. Good, head up, chest up, good. Keep that bar close to the body on the way down. There you go, head up, chest up, squeeze, contract now, good. Here we go, 4 more, let's go. Up, squeeze, good, set. Come on. Squeeze, good, 2 more. 1, squeeze, extend that hip. There you go, down slow, controlled. Good, excellent.
Now I noticed with, especially towards the end of the workout, you were telling me to slow it down and rest pause. Do you want to elaborate on that? What does
Yeah, so when we were talking about the rest pause, obviously you started to see yourself get fatigued and feel yourself get fatigued. And what I noticed is that your knees started kind of coming inward a little bit. So what we wanted to do was let you rest pause. So that means stop, regather yourself. You got to take 5-10 seconds to finish the rest of those repetitions off through that set. Do it, take it. Don't sacrifice the form just to rush through the set. It's one of those things where if you were to continue to do that, you might be opening yourself up for injury. So you want to make sure everything is nice and clean as far as form-wise, so you make sure that you can finish the set off and finish it off properly.
Right, and that's the nice thing about having a partner or somebody you're working with, a trainer, is I didn't know I was doing it. So when Eric saw that, I could have kept going for a couple more and not even realize I was hurting myself. So that was the nice thing about having a partner and a trainer like Eric.
Right.
Another thing is, I noticed when you're telling me to rest pause, I was actually, the workout was getting easier, and that's because I was cheating and I wasn't getting that negative burn.
Right.
And I feel like if you start to feel that, that's when you're doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
Something to look out for.
Exactly, and you hit the nail right on the head with that. But yeah, it's like I said, when you start to feel that form start to go, it's okay. Initiate that rest pause into play and go ahead and carry the rest of the set out. Once you take that 5-10 seconds, regather your energy, mentally regather yourself, and go back into the set.
Members of the United States House and Senate acted on an idea from Reverend Billy Graham by introducing a joint resolution for an annual day of prayer. And then on April 17, 1952, President Harry S. Truman signed the bill creating National Day of Prayer. 65 years later, this tradition continues. At Cherry Creek Golf Course in Shelby Township, the many who gathered were led in prayer by the leaders of local churches in the area. Nationally, as well as here in Shelby Township, participants were asked to pray for not only family, friends, and those in the military, but also local and state governments, education, business, and also the media, which in turn we should say thank you for your prayers. Still ahead, high school soccer. We've got highlights from Utica's latest matchup against Dakota in girls soccer, and a day at the Air Base. Some local Boy Scouts got to take in an afternoon at Selfridge.
Ah, listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun?
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
The annual Relay for Life in Shelby Township is just a couple of weeks away. The event aims to raise money for the American Cancer Society. The big fundraiser will feature 22 hours of fun activities, music, and special ceremonies. The event is set for May 20th and 21st from 10 a.m. to 8 a.m. at Riverbends Park. Every year, more than 5,000 Relay for Life events take place in over 20 countries. If you're interested in donating or joining a relay team, visit relayforlife.org/ShelbyTownship-MI. We're coming down the stretch for the girls' soccer season, and the Utica Chieftains played host to the Dakota Cougars in a pivotal MAC matchup. Andrew Shelsky has highlights.
MAC-white matchup as Utica takes on Dakota. Early on, Utica with some pressure. Ari Jalix sends it just wide of the crossbar. More Utica, this time Maddie Motlock with another shot on goal. Then with 36-38 left in the second half, Maddie Motlock puts it in the back of the net to break the stalemate. And Utica is up 1-0. A little bit more than a minute later, fast break, Liz Balaj. And she puts them up 2-0. Utica keeping the pressure on. Ari Jalix again with the shot. Dakota trying to make anything happen. Marissa Parasek. Centering attempt for Dakota. Right on the foot of Hannah Lerner. Ari Jalix with a free kick for Utica. A scrum in front of the net. Finally ending up in the hands of Brooke Thomas. Best chance for Dakota, Trinity Granzow. But the Utica goalkeeper is there to bat it away. Corner for Utica, trying to lengthen their lead to 3. Ari Jalix into the box. Liz Balaj is there. Breakaway for Liz Balaj. But right into the hands of the Dakota goalkeeper. And finally, Utica gets their third on the night. Maddie Motlock gets her second. And that's where it would stand. Final score, Utica Chieftains 3, Dakota Cougars 0.
A little slow in the first half, not really taking advantage of the wind. But, you know, Dakota played well. They defended well what they needed to do in the first half to get them out. Second half, I thought, was much better for us, obviously getting out right away, especially going against the wind and playing a little bit cleaner, getting our opportunities and finishing them.
Each year, scouts from Shelby Township make a trip to Selfridge Air National Guard Base. Here, they get the chance to clean and take a closer look at some of the fighter planes.
I think it's important for the kids to know that to honor the people that are working for our military, that these people give their lives for us, and it's a little bit of our day to take and wash the airplanes that they once flew. And
it is a good opportunity to get experience and a behind-the-scenes look at how an airbase operates. And that does it for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can watch us online all the time on our Facebook page. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with more scenes from Utica Community Schools Career Day Luncheon. Thanks for watching.